for today is grounding, which kind of builds upon the theme from last week, yoga for stress. And it's about feeling strong and steady in your poses and being here in the moment, being grounded in the moment with your mind, your breath, and your body. To just like completely give this next 50 minutes to an hour just to your body and to your breath. Feel the poses, feel the energy moving inside of you, just like, being here on your mat, letting go of all your stresses, all your tensions, letting go of all of the thoughts that normally fly around in our brains every second, letting those go for a little while, and just being here with our body and our breath, here and now. So, okay, let's start. So find a nice, comfortable seated position, spine erect, chest open, and you can take out your butt flaps a little to sit directly on your bones. That helps you to sit up straighter. Gently close your eyes and take a few breaths at your own pace. Take a moment to set an intention for the class. So it could be anything really. It could be to try to be a little bit more flexible today. It could be to be nice to your body today and come what may, enjoy the class. It could be absolutely anything. Whatever your intention is, set one now, something simple. And that can later be something, your intention can be something that helps to ground you in the class. If you feel like you're having trouble balancing or you're having trouble staying in the moment, come back to your intention, come back to your breath, come back to your body. All of these things will help to ground you in the moment. Exhale, bring your palms together in front of your chest. Inhale. Exhale, bring your chin down. Gently open your eyes, looking down. And humbly raise your head up. Namaste. Welcome to today's class. I think we'll take it nice and slow and flowy today. So we'll start warming up our wrists in tabletop position. I'm liking this warm up right now. So wrists below shoulders, knees below your hips, and you can have your toes on the ground and just very gently go in a circle, arms straight. Waking up your wrists, waking up your body, your muscles, and other direction. So I've taken a few yoga classes here and they don't always warm up the wrists before the class, which I find really weird, but that's just me because I have a wrist problem. So I'm like, why are we not doing it? So we're always going to do it. And now from this position, we're just going to very gently walk our wrists to the outside and all the way back if possible. And then gently walk them forward and try to have your fingers facing each other. And then keep doing little walks like this, round and around, increasing our mobility. Couple more times. And now from here you can sit back on your heels, and what we're going to do is place the top part of our hands down on the floor, fingers facing each other, and then try to straighten out your elbows. So like this. straighten out your elbows. Nice. And you can very gently move from side to side. Oh, actually, one really good stretch for the top part of your wrist. Make fists with your hands. Put the top part of your fist on the floor so your fingers are touching each other with elbows bent. And then from here, try to straighten. You're not going to be able to straighten all the way. Just straighten your arms until you feel like a nice stretch on the back part of your wrists. Yes. And from there, move from side to side. Gently come back, shake it out. Back to tabletop position for some cat and cow. So remember to grip the floor with your fingers. One day, I won't even have to say that anymore, and your body will just remember to do it. Grip the floor with your fingers. Start with a neutral spine. Inhale, hips up, chest up, head up. Exhale, hips down, round your upper back. Release your neck. Inhale. Exhale. Connect your body with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more times. Inhale, hips, chest, head. Exhale, hips down, round your upper back. Release your neck. Inhale. Exhale, release your neck. Big stretch. Big toes together. Knees apart. Sit back on your heels in Balasana. Remember, at any point during the class, you can come down to Balasana for a little rest. I will also be giving options during the class for resting in Balasana. By the way, this pose is really good for headaches and insomnia. Inhale, come back up to tabletop, tuck your toes, lift your hips. You can keep your knees bent and your heels up for the first downward facing dog of the class. And straighten one leg, bend the other, and switch. Breathe with your movements and focus on lifting your hips and pushing the floor away with your arms. Inhale, lift your right leg up, big stretch. Knee to your chest and bring your right leg forward and step forward with your left leg as well in Uttanasana forward bend. You can have a slight bend in your knees here or try to straighten. Fingertips on the floor, release your neck. Inhale, coming up, arms out and up by your ears, slightly arch. And exhale, palms together. Bring your hands in front of your chest. And inhale, arms up, bending forward from the waist, and release into Uttanasana, forward bend. One more time. Place your fingertips on the floor and straighten out your back, looking forward. Inhale. Exhale, release your neck in Uttanasana. Place both hands on the floor and bring your right leg back. Heel down, bending your front leg, coming up into Warrior Two. Adjust as needed. Try to get your front heel in line with your back arch. Ribs closed, chest open, looking towards our bent leg. Focus on your breath. Connect your breath with your movement. Lift your toes. Connect your feet to each other and to the floor. You can relax your toes. Try to bend a little bit further, 90 degrees. And inhale, straighten your front leg. Bend into Trikonasana. Option 1, have your hand on your shin. Option 2, hand on the floor behind your leg. Open your chest. Look towards the ceiling. Breathe. Inhale, coming up. Hands on your hips. Turn your hips towards your left leg. So our hips are now as square as possible towards the front leg. You can also bring your feet closer together if you need to. That's perfectly normal. And with a flat back, inhale, extend, exhale, bend from the waist, forward. And option 1, hands on your shin. Option 2, hands on the floor on either side. If you have blocks or books, eventually you can also put blocks here to bring the floor closer to you. Inhale. Breathe. Make sure you're pushing your right hip forward and pulling your left hip backwards. That is how you get the best stretch. Don't worry about what it looks like. Does not matter what it looks like. That's actually the least important thing. What matters is what it feels like and proper alignment. Inhale, straighten your spine, look forward. And exhale, bend forward once more. Try to go 1 millimeter closer to your leg. And bend your knee, both palms on the floor. Return to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog pose. Walk it out. And inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, bring your knees gently down and chest and chin to the ground. Inhale, come up to half cobra, so not all the way up. And exhale to your knees, tuck your toes, lift your hips in Adho Mukha Svanasana. One more time. Work it out. And inhale, lift your left leg, big stretch, bend your knee close to your chest, bring your leg forward between your hands, and place your back heel down. Wait, did we already do left leg? I think we already did left leg. My bad. Other leg. Right leg forward. Yes, there we go. Right leg forward, 2, warrior 2 on the other side. Nice. Make sure now we're pushing our right hip towards the front and our left hip towards the back. Chest open to the center, looking towards the right. Connect with your breath. Lift your toes, connect your feet to each other. Feel that connection, what is keeping you nice and stable and strong. And inhale, straighten your front leg into Trikonasana. Option 1, hand on your shin. Option 2, hand on the floor behind your leg. Chest open, looking towards the ceiling. Breathe. Inhale, coming up, hands on your hips, turn your hips to face your right leg. You can bring your feet closer together. Inhale, lengthen your spine, exhale, bend forward. And option 1, hands on your shins. Option 2, hands on the floor. Inhale, straighten your spine. And exhale, bend from the waist, try to go a little bit lower. And inhale, bend your knee, come back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, down facing dog. Work it out. Lift your hips. And one more time, inhale, come to plank. Exhale, knees to the ground, chest and chin to the ground. And inhale, half cobra. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg, open your hip, look under your right arm, and you can bend the top knee. Big stretch. And exhale, bring your knee to your chest. Step forward and bring your back leg forward in Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, coming up, arms by your ears, slight arch. Palms together and bring your hands in front of your chest. And take a moment here just to check in with your body. Notice how you're feeling in this moment. Notice your breath. Notice your heartbeat. Just be here in the moment. And inhale, arms up by your ears. Exhale, bend from the waist, arms forward and down. Now bring your right leg back. Left leg forward, one more time into warrior 2. This time trying to see if you can go a little bit lower. Legs a little further apart. Knee bent closer to 90 degrees. Focus on your breath. And hand on your back thigh, stretching in warrior 2. Recline. And exhale, straighten your front leg, arm all the way to the ground if possible. If you're already on the ground, try to put your palm on the ground, your whole palm. Open your chest, looking towards the ceiling. Lift your toes to feel the connection between your legs. Breathe. And inhale. Coming up, hands on your hips. Turn your hips towards your front leg. Try to leave your legs at the same width as in Trikonasana. Both heels on the ground. Oop. Inhale, straighten your spine. Exhale, bend forward from the waist. Hands down to the ground on either side. Now from here, we're going to stay in this position and we're going to do something that's going to feel like it's going to look like we're doing nothing, but it's going to feel like we're doing everything. So keeping your hands on the ground, even if it's just your fingertips, you're going to push against the ground with your hands and try to lift your front leg. Now it might not move. Try to lift your front leg. It might not move at all. That's okay. Just that feeling of trying to lift it up. Maybe there will be a little bit less weight in that leg. Push against the floor with your hands and try to lift your front leg. Even just lifting your heel. And release. Come back to downward facing dog. Walk it out. That little movement that we just did will help a lot with our inversions. Those are the exact muscles that we're using for our inversions. And inhale, lift your left leg up, open your hip, bend your front knee, look under your left arm. Big stretch. And exhale, knee to your chest, step between your hands and bring your right leg forward. Exhale, release, Uttanasana. Inhale, coming up, arms by your ears, slight arch. Exhale, palms together in front of your chest. One more time, inhale, arms up by your ears. Exhale, bend forward and down. From here, bring your left leg back, heel down, come into warrior two on the other side. Again, try to go a little bit lower than last time. Legs a little bit wider, knee a little more bent. Breathe. Focus on your breath, come back to your intention. And inhale, straighten your front leg. Trikonasana. Hand on the floor if it's possible, behind your leg, looking towards the ceiling. Very nice. Good Trikonasana. Lift your toes, try to connect the feeling of your legs working together. Inhale, come back up. I realized I forgot. Go back to warrior two for a second and stretch backwards, looking towards the ceiling. Don't press on your knee, press on your hip, thigh, or go all the way down to your calf. And exhale, come back to center, hands on your hips, turn towards your right leg. Try to keep your legs as far apart as they were in the Trikonasana. Inhale, elongate your spine, exhale, bend forward. Hands on either side of your leg, big stretch. Take a moment to feel nice and stable here before we try to lift our leg on the other side. Now it takes a lot of effort and actually a lot of muscle to lift the leg here. So don't feel discouraged if you can only if it doesn't come off the ground at all. Mine doesn't come off the ground at all for now. The point is that we're working the proper muscles to eventually this is going to help us do a handstand press up, which is an incredible feat of strength and stability and balance. So inhale, both hands on the ground, even if it's just the fingertips. Exhale, push against the ground and try to lift your front leg. and release. Try a couple more times on your own time. Even if you just get like a millimeter or 2 grams of weight away from that leg, that is still incredible. And exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Here you have the option to rest in Balasana. You can stay in downward facing dog, or you can complete the sequence. So, but this time we're going to go to Chaturanga and upward facing dog. So inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, bend your elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, scoop up into upward facing dog. And exhale, lift your hips to downward facing dog one more time. Inhale, right leg up, knee to your chest, step forward. Step your back leg forward in Uttanasana. Inhale, arms up by your ears, slightly arch. Exhale, palms together in front of your chest. And take another moment here just to come back into the moment. Focus on your breath, your heartbeat, the sensation of the air on your skin, any sounds you might be hearing, any thoughts you might be having in this moment. And from here, you can lower your hands and big step out on either side. We're gonna do a nice big forward bend. So here, you can have your feet either at 45 degrees or your toes pointed directly forward. I think I'm gonna do that for now. If your toes are pointed directly forward, you'll get more of a stretch on the back part of your legs. If your toes are open at 45 degrees, like in second position, you'll get a bit of a stretch on the inside of your thighs as well. So up to you. Start with a neutral spine, pelvis neutral. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend from the waist with a flat back as far as you can go. And then exhale, hands to the ground. Release your neck if it's possible. Nice. Breathe here. Inhale, fingertips on the floor, extend your spine. Yes, and exhale, one more time, release your neck, try to go a little bit further. Inhale, extend your spine and walk your hands over to your right leg. So grab your right ankle and release your neck on the side. Nice. Inhale, elongate your spine, walk your hands over to the left side. Inhale, elongate your spine one more time towards the center. Exhale, release, try to go a little bit lower. And hands to your waist. Inhale, coming all the way up. And gently walk your legs a bit closer together. We're going to go straight into Malasana. So I've decided, So real Malasana, your legs are as close, your feet are as close together as you can. I can only do it with my legs really far apart, which I think is hindering me and hindering us in the long run. So we're gonna try with our feet hip distance apart. And the goal is to go all the way down, right? I have a hard time with that. So what I do is I take a cushion, a pillow about this size. You can also roll up your mat and put that part of the mat or the pillow right under your heels. So your heels are elevated. And then from this position, come down. If you can do it without your heels elevated, that's awesome. That's the goal. But for now, I'm gonna do it this way. Make sure you really try to get your torso in between your legs and palms together. Remember, this pose is really good for bloating and for cramps. I know that when you have cramps, the last thing you want to do is yoga. But I swear this pose helps so much. Now from here, we're going to gently sit down and keeping our legs up, keeping that same feeling of having our core nice and tight. Option 1, you can have your hands holding onto your legs here. Option 2, hands straight out. Option 3, straighten your legs. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees back up to Malasana. However you need to get there. Breathe. Exhale, hands on the floor, lift your hips to Uttanasana. One more time. And inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, palms together in front of your chest. And down by your side. And we have come to inversion practice, yay! I want to try something with you it's something that I know you'll be able to do, and it'll help to teach your muscles how to engage properly when we're upside down. And that's just doing a shoulder stand. So we can try first on the wall. Actually, let me show how it looks on the wall. And then we'll try in the middle of the floor. So coming to the wall, legs up the wall. From here, you're going to press against the wall with your feet and lift your hips. Now here, you can use your hands to stabilize your hips and then bring your legs up off the wall in a nice shoulder stand. And this position, once you get up there, you squeeze your butt muscles, push your hips up. Use the wall first to push your hips up and then see. Yes, squeeze literally everything, and that's what's gonna keep you there and keep you from falling over. Very nice. Release when you're ready. So this will teach our body to, when we're upside down, just literally squeeze everything, because if you have control over every single muscle, you'll have way more stability. It's when we kick up and we don't engage every muscle properly that we end up flailing about, because it's very, very different being upside down than it is being right side up, right? So let's try that one more time, the shoulder stand, and then we'll do some headstands and see how we're doing there and see what our next step is for that. So I'm going to show from the middle of the floor. You can do it against the wall again as well. From here, we just start on our spines, knees bent. And what I do is first, palms flat on the ground. I lift my hips up and over. And then I use my hands to help keep my spine up as I straighten out my legs. And I'm really pushing my hips and squeezing my butt to get that nice candlestick position. And then to come down, you can bend your knees and roll out of it. Very nice. Yes, good. So that final pushing the hips forward, that's the hardest thing for me at least. And you just think about squeezing your butt muscles and just really pushing your pelvis forward to where my boobs are just in my face, but that is how I get that nice straight line. All right, headstands. So up against the wall first. Eventually, we're gonna start doing it in the middle of the room, but for now, still up against the wall. Because we have breakables. Alright, Chaturanga arms, crown of your head goes on the floor, not the front, not the back, and when you get there, just keep thinking about pushing the floor with your arms. That'll help get your weight mostly on your arms. And lift your hips, walk your toes in as close as you can get. Yes, very good, very nice, and away we go, lift off. Push against the floor with your hands. Squeeze your butt muscles just like in the previous pose. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Point your toes. Squeeze every muscle you have control over. And to come out, let's try to bend our knees. Bring our knees to our elbows first and then down. Man, that hurts. That was good. Getting better and better every time. Yes. All right. Let's do that a couple more times on our own time and really think about lifting your hips as high as you can before you bring your knees to your arms, because eventually we'll have to do it without the arms, without bringing the knees up. So yes, lift, very, very good, and there we go, very nice. Oh, that's what the wall is for. Were we trying in the middle of the room? Okay, yes. Very good. Nice! Very nice. That was really close. So what I do is when I go up, I keep my knees close to my body until I feel really secure. Because if I straighten my legs before I'm ready, I'll fall over. So when I'm up here, I just hold here until I feel really good. And then you can play with opening your legs this way. This actually gives you more balance. Opening your legs this way gives you the least amount of balance. You can try this for some counterbalancing. Play around with your legs, see what you're comfortable with. If you need to fall the way you did before or fall sideways. Yes, yes, use the wall. Yes, very good. That was really good. Hell yeah. So I know the first time we did this, I told you guys you could fall forward, but that with our ponytails and stuff, that actually kind of hurts. So if you need to fall from this position, either fall down this way like you did, or fall sideways. One of those two. Yeah, it's nice to have pillows around. When I first started, I would have pillows all along the wall so I could fall wherever I wanted. It's because I had hardwood floors, you know, so I was like, it sucks. But I have a nice soft floor now. Okay, a little bit of neck exercises. That was like, I can see you're progressing in the inversions. I'm really happy. Maybe in like a month, we'll start doing some more advanced versions. Yeah. Alright, find a comfortable seated position. I like this one, but it can be anything. Straighten out your spine. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, look to the left. Inhale forward. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Try to make it one fluid motion. Inhale as you come to the center. Exhale to your right and left. Inhale center. Exhale looking up. Inhale. Exhale chin to your chest. Looking down. Inhale looking up. Inhale center. Exhale looking down. Inhale. Exhale. Tilt to your left. Inhale, center, exhale, to the right. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now little half circles on your own time. Nice and slow and gentle. One more each side. And exhale back to center. Roll your shoulders a couple times. And forwards, whichever way, opposite way. Wrists. And come down to a seated position. You can grab your strap. I don't seem to have my strap. Well, grab your strap if you want it. We're doing nose to knee pose. So that means just sitting here, butt flaps out. One leg is straight in front, the other leg turned out here. Now, both feet are flexed. That means toes pointed towards you. That really stretches out our sciatic nerve, the whole back part of our legs and back connected to the base of our spine. And I have a very tight sciatic nerve, so I always do this. And the goal here, it's not to go as low as possible, or it's not to look super pretty. The goal is to feel a nice big stretch on the back part of your leg, whatever that means for you. So we really focus on keeping our spine erect and bringing our belly to our thigh. We don't think about bringing our nose to our knee because that can cause us to round our upper back, and that actually doesn't give us the stretch that we want. So we think about bringing our belly towards our thigh, and the rest of our body just has to follow because it's attached. So inhale, let's try this. Inhale, arms up, elongate your spine. Exhale, bend from the waist as far as you can go, and then place your hands down where they land. There. Chest open, looking forward. This looks like nothing, but it feels like everything. Like the pose before, trying to lift that front leg in pyramid pose, that is nuts. But it's a very good exercise. And inhale, straighten out your spine. Exhale, bend forward from the waist, belly towards your thigh. Try to go a little bit further. Very nice. Breathe. With every exhale, feel your muscles releasing just a little bit more. Envision them getting just more and more flexible every time you exhale. And for fun, inhale, straighten your spine, point your toes, and go down as far as you can. See if you can touch your nose to your knee. And inhale. Back up to center, switch legs. Take out your butt flaps to sit more straight. Both toes are flexed, pointed towards you. Inhale, arms up, elongate your spine. Exhale, bend from your waist. And let your hands fall wherever they may. If you have a strap, here you can put a strap around the top part of your foot. to help with this. Focus on your breath. Inhale, straighten your spine. Readjust and exhale, bend from the waist, belly towards your thigh. Try to go just a little bit further. Remember, keeping your spine more or less straight. We're trying to touch our belly to our thigh. And eventually the rest will come. It might not look as pretty, but it works way better. And again, for fun, inhale, straighten your spine, point your toes, and go down as far as you can. Try to touch your nose to your knee. Wow, this side is much tighter for me. And inhale, back to center. Open up both legs in a nice wide-legged stance. Now, here, about 90 degrees is fine. Don't feel like you have to open your legs really, really wide. That actually messes up our alignment. So 90 degrees is really good, or less if you need less. If you need to bend your knees, that's okay. You can put blocks or pillows underneath your knees. Or if you have a really tight lower back or hips, it's okay to sit on some pillows, sit on some blocks to elevate your pelvis, and that will relieve some of that pressure. The same way in Malasana, when we lift our ankles, that makes it a little bit easier. Same concept, lift your hips, makes it a little bit easier. Otherwise, toes pointed towards you, so flexed toes. And from here, inhale, exhale to the right, arm up and over, open your chest. I have my other arm on the inside of my leg, and I'm kind of pushing against my leg to help open my chest towards the ceiling, like a little leverage. Big stretch, nice. Like someone's taking your fingers and they're pulling you to the side. And inhale, back to center. Other side, exhale, big stretch. Open your chest towards the ceiling. Look towards the ceiling. Inhale, back to center. And now very gently, bending from the waist. Now we're thinking about bringing our belly towards the ground. I'm just gonna walk little by little, bouncing from side to side with both hands as far as I can go, moving the whole time. Little walks. Stay at your maximum and breathe. And inhale, little walks all the way back. And one more time, little walks. Hold for a few breaths. And little walks all the way back. Now take your hands, use your hands to bring your legs together. Give your knees a hug. And gently lay on your spine. Both knees still bent. Find a nice comfortable position. Bring your knees close to your chest, another big hug. Gently rock from side to side, giving your spine a nice massage. Straighten your left leg, keep your right leg close to your chest. And we're gonna bring our right arm out in a T. Use your left arm to gently press your knee over to the left side. And a nice spinal twist, looking towards your right. Opposite direction of your leg. Your knee doesn't have to touch the ground, your foot doesn't have to touch the ground. Just wherever you feel a nice stretch. Inhale, come back to center. One last big hug to your knee. And switch sides, left knee to your chest. Big hug. And left arm out in a T. Use your right hand to gently push your knee to the right side, looking in the opposite direction. Your knee and your foot don't have to touch the ground. Your shoulders do have to touch the ground though. And breathe. Inhale, come back to center. One last big hug. And straighten both legs in Shavasana, palms facing the ceiling. Eyes gently closed. Take a few profound breaths. Allow your body to relax. Allow your mind to relax. Allow your thoughts to pass you like clouds in the sky. Return to your intention from the beginning of class. Return to your breath. Be here in this moment, the only time this moment will ever happen. Gently come back to your body, to your breath. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. one by one, bend your knees and gently come to a fetal position on your side. With your eyes still closed, use your hands to push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Getting ready to re-enter the real world. Take a few breaths on your own time. Expand your belly with your inhale, contract with your exhale. Try not to pause between your inhale and exhale. Inhale together. Exhale, bring your palms together in front of your chest. Inhale. Exhale, chin down. Slowly open your eyes, looking down. And humbly raise your head up. Namaste. Thank you for joining today's class.